They say that justice always finds a way, but I never expected it would be me who delivered it. My name is Madison, and at 28 years old, I've built a career working as a paralegal at one of San Francisco's top legal firms. Every day I assist lawyers in handling family disputes, gathering evidence, documenting betrayals, and helping clients untangle the webs of manipulation that exist within their own families. And yet, for all my experience spotting deception and emotional abuse, I failed to stop it in my own home for over 2 decades. The villain? My younger sister, Olivia. At 23, Olivia had mastered the art of manipulation in ways that would make seasoned attorneys raise an eyebrow. And why wouldn't she? From the day she was born, she had been treated as nothing less than a miracle, an angel sent to heal our family after my mother suffered 3 devastating miscarriages. My parents worshipped her. At first I understood. I was 5 years old when Olivia was born, and I had seen my parents at their lowest. I watched their pain transform into overwhelming love and devotion the moment she arrived. But what I didn't realize at the time was that love, when given without limits, can be dangerous. Olivia quickly learned that she was untouchable. By the time I was old enough to recognize what was happening, it was too late. Olivia was already playing the role of the perfect daughter while making me out to be the problem. No matter how much I tried to tell my parents the truth, they refused to see it. And then one day, Olivia made a mistake that would cost her everything. This is how I finally brought down the golden child. Looking back, I should have seen the signs sooner. Olivia was never just an innocent child. She had a gift, an uncanny ability to twist situations to her advantage. When we were kids, she would fall down and immediately burst into tears, pointing a trembling finger at me before I even realized what had happened. If a toy broke, it was somehow my fault. If I received a present on my birthday, Olivia would sulk and cry until she got something even better. One memory stands out. On my 16th birthday, my grandmother gifted me a family heirloom, an antique pocket watch that had belonged to our great-great-grandfather, a relic that had survived 2 world wars and generations of family history. To me, it was priceless. To Olivia, it was unacceptable. Despite receiving a brand-new iPhone as a gift, she still threw a fit over the watch. Later that night, she crept into my room and planted a massive house spider in my pillowcase, knowing full well that I had a deep fear of them ever since a childhood summer camp incident. I woke up screaming, thrashing against the feeling of something crawling on my face. Olivia burst into my room, acting the part of the concerned sister, comforting me while secretly reveling in my terror. A week later, the watch disappeared. I knew she had taken it. But when I accused her, she gasped in offense, her eyes welling up with crocodile tears. "You're just jealous of my iPhone," she sobbed, turning my parents against me yet again. And just like that, I was grounded for false accusations. Years passed, but Olivia never changed. She sabotaged my college applications, ruined my friendships, and even deleted my job applications right before deadlines. My parents never held her accountable. So at 18, I packed my bags and left for college, funding my own education with scholarships and part-time jobs. It was liberating to be away from her, to exist in a world where Olivia wasn't constantly tearing me down. I rarely visited home, and when I did, Olivia made sure I regretted it. But everything changed when my father had a heart attack. The moment my mother called, panic in her voice, I dropped everything and flew home. For the first time in years, I thought maybe things could be different. Maybe Olivia had grown up. I was wrong. At breakfast one morning, my dad suggested something I hadn't heard in years. Let's take a family trip. He wanted us to go to Hawaii, a trip we had always talked about when I was younger. Before Olivia, before the miscarriages, before our family fell apart. I hesitated. Spending that much time around Olivia was far from appealing. But I saw something. In my father's eyes, hope. And for the first time in a long time, I wanted to believe in that hope. I agreed. But Olivia? She was furious. She tried to talk my parents out of it, suggesting that workaholic Madison wouldn't enjoy it anyway. When that didn't work, she resorted to something worse. On the day of the flight, I arrived at the airport, excited and ready, but when we went to check in, the airline attendant frowned at my ticket. It was canceled yesterday, she said, from my parents' home IP address. I turned to Olivia, and there it was, that same smug smile, the same one she wore when she stole my watch, when she ruined my dates, when she erased my college essay. I snapped. "You did this, didn't you?" my mother gasped. "Your sister would never—" But the airline employee cut in. "The cancellation was made online from your house." Dad hesitated. He looked between Olivia and me, and for the first time in my life, I saw doubt in his eyes. I waited for him to say something, to defend me. Instead, he sighed. Let's not ruin the trip. And just like that, they boarded the plane without me. But I wasn't upset. I was done, and I was ready. They say revenge is a dish best served cold. For years, I had worked in family law. I knew how to gather evidence, build a case, and wait for the perfect moment to strike. I had been collecting proof of Olivia's manipulation for years. Emails, text messages, old security footage, even statements from former classmates, and when my parents called me from Hawaii in a panic, Olivia had been arrested for stealing my father's heart medication and hiding it in her room. I knew it was time. Within days, more evidence surfaced. Olivia had stolen wallets from other hotel guests. She had been caught trying to enter a restricted medical supply room. The golden child was no longer untouchable. By the time my parents returned home, Olivia had escalated. She began sabotaging my father's medication schedule, deleting family photos, and even tampering with the brakes on his car. I filed a restraining order. A week later, Olivia was caught trying to steal my father's retirement fund. This time, there were no excuses, no manipulation, just cold, hard evidence. For the first time, my parents saw the truth. The betrayal hit them like a ton of bricks. My mother sobbed as she packed away Olivia's things. My father, once so blind to her deception, placed my great-great-grandfather's pocket watch back into my hands. It should have been yours all along. Olivia is now facing multiple criminal charges, including fraud, theft, and attempted endangerment. As for me, for the first time in years, I have a real family, a smaller one, a healthier one. And I've finally learned, sometimes the only way to heal is to let go. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more shocking real-life stories happening around you.